In the era of data, how has Informatica helped customers manage and structure their data in most efficient way?
Before I answer that question, let me just take a step back and give you a perspective of where Informatica is coming from. So we've started hearing talk in the market of the data era, and that's really of recent. If I look back into the history of Informatica, we've actually been a data management player for the last 27 years. Our focus and core strength has come from data management alone. Not just that, but actually our strong dominance and presence in the markets that we operate provide very compelling solutions to our customers. If by way of example, if I let you know that actually 85% of the top Fortune 100 companies lead with Informatica. And that's a position that we're very, very proud of. And that's a position that has come over time and has taken time to nurture and mature. Now, how do we align that kind of position to provide value propositions to our customers? Well, actually, we do this from a number of perspectives. Firstly, there's three main areas that I would personally say that we have been very strong in. The first is innovation. The second really is the special relationships that we have on the ground. And the third is actual position in the market itself, right? So if I just go back to innovation alone, I think Informatica has been extremely effective in anticipating market demand, the market need. We don't necessarily just bring out solutions that we anticipate to be helpful to our customers. We actually listen to our customers. The feedback that we get from our customers is extremely important to us. I can give you examples. In 2018, we saw the need for hyperscalers that were entering the market and cloud providers that were growing in size, and we brought our Informatica Cloud Data Management solution out at that point. So that was in anticipation to what we saw, and again, it came from feedback from our customers. But not only that, if I look far afield and look at the requirements of data quality and governance and how cataloging has all been brought together to provide a data governance solution that is now being taken very seriously by the market and is an absolute requirement by our clients. It's another example of how we've aligned with our client base. And the third one really is around the enterprise having a 360 degrees view on its customer and its insights. And I think we've done tremendously well with our master data management solution.
Let's have your thoughts on Informatica's partners equation. How do you define the partner of the future? And what are your expectations from the channel community?
An excellent question, Ahmed. I think also testament to the kind of change that we're going through right now. That change is not just happening on the client side, but also happening within the ecosystem itself. The definition of the partner of the future, I think, really needs to be looked at to understand why the partner of the past is having shortfalls right now. And I think once we see what those shortfalls are, we can then look to define the partner of the future. Because one thing is for sure, Ahmed, the partner of the future is evolving and changing consistently. If I look at we often talk about clients and their transformation and their needs. What we forget is that the partners are not just the partners of software vendors, not just the partners of distributors, but they're the partners of clients as well. And I think any partner of the future really needs to have, there's a lot of transformations taking place, but I think three main ones are of high consideration for me. The first is the time horizon. I think partners of the past have looked far too much short-sightedness, as in short-term gains rather than the long-term win. And I think that needs to be foregone now, especially as we move into the digital era. I think the second one is alliances, a huge factor in the way that we are going to be working together going forward. And that means alliances with some of the gentlemen that I'm sitting with today. One of the reasons why we chose Starlink was because of your ability and capacity to allow and support those alliances to take place. And as much as we are a very, very strong player in the data management space, we're not going to be able to do anything if we can't give a compounded solution to the customer that adds value. And the third one is really sales motion. I think we need to look beyond the front-ended deal and look for our partners to be creating long-term relationships. We have to remember that digital transformations are extremely complex endeavors, and they don't just happen in 12 months or 6 months. We don't just leave a package there and say, Mr. Customer, open it and follow the instructions. If you want to be there as a true player, you have to go through the entire journey, and that could be up to 5 years plus.
I need to understand from you how important is a secured infrastructure for accelerating customers' cloud adoption with Informatica data management solution.
Sure. I think cloud is on the security around cloud is on the minds of every customer that is out there at this moment in time. One thing I can tell you is that data management is the backbone of any kind of data architecture. And security is absolutely the forefront of that, and that's what customers are thinking. As the adoption of cloud increases and accelerates, and more importantly, as those critical workloads become more and more relevant, there is clearly going to be a huge focus on the best practices and the standards that are relevant on any given cloud. And I think, Informatica, with its Informatica Cloud Data Management Suite and platform, takes security very, very seriously. Our Informatica Cloud Data Management Platform is actually based around its performance, resiliency, and the security itself. And we really do this by aligning ourselves with the best practices and the standards that are in the market. Standards such as SOC 1, 2, and 3, HIPAA, Cloud Shield, and FedRAMP.